Welcome into our stability and balance sequence. Today we'll be working into a dancer's pose. Feel free to use a strap or a towel if you'd like so that you can hook onto the foot as we reach behind and grab on, moving into that balancing posture. Otherwise, you won't need any other equipment unless you know there's something you'd like to use. If also you're working on balance and it's something that's newer to you, you can prop yourself near a wall so that you can use the wall for a little bit of assistance and guidance. So once you're ready, let's get on our mat and we'll start in a child's pose. Starting in a child's pose towards the center of our mat, bring your big toes to touch, knees out wide, and just start to walk your hands forward, relaxing your forehead down to the mat. Settling into your space here, trying to find length in the upper body as you press the hips back towards the heels. From here, moving into a few rounds of scorpion. So as you come forward, shift the shoulders over the hands and keep your big toes touching as you relax the hips down towards the mat and curl the toes in towards the back of the head. This is too much on your low back. Just leave the legs nice and long out towards the edges of your space, relaxing your shoulders down, trying to broaden through the collarbones, pulling your chin up and in. And as you exhale, press your hips back to that child's pose shape. We'll move through that a couple more times. Inhale, come forward, drop the hips down, curl the toes in towards the back of the head if that's the option you're taking, lifting the chest up. And then exhale, pressing the hips back. 2 more times like this. Inhale, come forward, drop the hips, lift the chest, find some depth. Exhale and send it back. Last one, inhale, come forward, drop the hips. This time pausing right here, releasing your legs out nice and long if they're not already. And then slowly lowering down onto your belly, lowering onto your forearms, finding this Sphinx pose here, just relaxing in the lower body, relaxing the head and neck down. Then from here, shimmy yourself onto your stomach, onto your chest, sending your arms out nice and wide like a T. I'm going to scooch so I'm not hitting the wall. So fingertips on the ground. You can tense your hands like you're holding a tennis ball underneath them. We'll find some alternating scorpions from side to side, stretching out the pecs. So sending the left leg up and over first. So keeping the right fingertips, actually keeping both fingertips down on the floor. Sending ourselves up and over the right shoulder, stepping the left foot behind us, bringing the right temple to the earth. And then come back through center, over to the other side, right foot steps behind, still reaching and pressing through the right fingertips. Let's go 2 more times to each side, sending the left leg up and over, pausing for a moment. And back through center, up and over to the left. Back through center, 1 more time, up and over to the right. And then last time, up and over to the left. Coming back through center, bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, press yourself up to a tabletop. Take a few rounds of cat-cow here if that feels good. Shaking out the neck, rocking from side to side. And then from here, curl your toes under so you can lift your hips up, walk your hands and your feet towards one another, finding your ragdoll here towards the top of your mat, maybe center of your mat, sway from side to side. And as we settle in here into this ragdoll shape, if you have 2 blocks, you can always bring them underneath your hands to bring the earth up to you. For our stability and balance in our ragdoll, we're going to work on shifting the weight in the feet from heel to toe. So not worrying so much about the length in the hamstrings, trying to bend into the knees as much as you need to so you can let that whole upper body hang heavy. And then when you're ready, bringing your hands to the elbow creases, relaxing the head and neck. And then we'll shift the weight forward into the balls of the feet, feet, press into the toes, and see if you can lift or hover the heels. And then release the weight back into the heels. See if you can shift the weight back and lift up the toes. Shift the weight forward back into the balls of the feet, lift the heels. And then shift the weight back into the heels, lift the toes. One more time, shift the weight forward, lift the heels. And then shift the weight back, maybe even lifting the balls of the feet. And then let that go. Come through center, find some movement. And from here, we're just gonna shift the weight from side to side. Maybe you get a little bit light on one foot as you shift the weight over to the other. And from here, just relaxing your hands down to the ground, one vertebrae at a time, slowly rounding yourself up to stand, stacking your shoulders over your hips. Take a few moments to shake it out right and left. Get all those extra jitters out as we move into our first balancing position. Ground down into the right foot. You can bring your hands to heart center. If you're near that wall, you can always bring one hand to the wall for a little bit of support if you need. We'll shift the weight over into the right foot, and we're just going to curl the left heel in towards the glute. And then see if you can bring your knees back together, almost squeezing the inner thighs towards one another as you really curl that left heel in and press firmly through the right foot. We're balancing on that right foot right away, feeling all the weight shift from right to left into all four corners of the ball of the foot. Then from here, just start to tick-tock your body down, keeping the left heel curled in, bringing the chest parallel to the earth if you can. Again, the hand can be on the wall if you need it. And then lifting back up, still curling that heel in, that hamstring's feeling it. Here we go, tick-tock the body down. Feel that weight shift from right to left in the right foot, and then start to bring it back up. Last time, shift the weight forward, bring the chest forward, curling that left heel in. And then from here, just bringing your hands down to the earth into this standing splits shape or supported warrior 3. Take some movement in the left leg, extend it out, draw some big circles with the hip. Roll out the ankle, point and flex through the toes. Again, this is a great spot for a block if you need to bring the earth up to you so you can find that nice long spine. Then curl the left heel back in towards the glute. Reach back with the right hand. Left hand stays on the ground or a block. Curling that heel in. If you have your foot and you're feeling comfortable, start to press into the right leg as you straighten it and send the left knee high as you fold over the right thigh. Again, you can just stay right here if this is enough for you. Hold and breathe. And then gently come out one step at a time, releasing the left foot next to your right. Heel toe your feet out nice and wide. Shake from side to side. Sink into the hips. Find a quick malasana. Let that right hip go. Feeling that right away in that right glute. All right, find your forward fold. And then slowly rise on up to stand. Moving over into the other side. So grounding down through the left foot this time. Curl the right heel in towards your glute. And then bring your knees back to touch if you can. Squeezing the inner thighs. Hands can be wherever it's comfortable. Building strength in that hamstring. And then start to tick-tock the body down. Bringing the chest parallel. Curling that heel in. And then coming right back up. Bringing the knees back together. Couple more times, hinge at the hips, trying to keep that right hip rotating down, feeling the ball of the foot in the left side, and then come back up. Last time, bringing that knee back, chest forward, hold right here, and then hands come down to the ground, find some movement in that right leg, shake it out, whatever you need to do. Bringing your hands to the block if you need it. Pause right here for a moment. Curling the right heel back in towards the glute, reach back with the left hand, finding your point of resistance. If this is enough balance right here for you, even just having that right leg up and back, extending it, feeling that balance in the left foot, or start to kick into the hand as you send the right knee up towards the sky. Pause and breathe. And then gently release, one step at a time. Try not to fling out of this. Right foot comes down, heel till your feet out nice and wide. Take a few movements here, bending into the knees into that malasana if that feels good. Letting that left side go. All right, send the hips high. Start to round yourself up to stand. Roll the shoulders up and back. Moving into our dancer's pose from here. So adjust yourself next to a wall if you need it. Bringing your feet together, hands out down by your side. Curling will start over on the, what side did we just do? We'll curl the right heel in towards the glute. I know we just did this side, but we'll actually, let's go over to the right side. Give that left hip a break. Shift the weight over into the right side. Curl the left heel in towards the glute. Now your left palm comes out to the side like you're holding a platter. So your palm's up towards the sky or the ceiling. Without changing the direction of your palm, just bring your hand down by your hip, curling your foot in, and then reaching for the inside edge, the arch of your foot. So the inside of your arm, the eye of your elbow is facing out, your palm is facing out. So you're not grabbing the knife edge of the foot, you're grabbing the inside of the foot. And then try to bring the knees back together just like we did in that first variation. Woo, falling on over, twisting around. Okay, choose your point of resistance. If this is enough balance for you right here, stay, press through that right foot, lengthening up through the spine. If you want more, reaching the right arm up and overhead, bicep by your ear. Staying right here or starting to kick directly behind you. Keep your chest lifted for as long as you can. Finding this back bend first. Find a spot in front of you that is not moving and just breathe. Holding here for a few rounds of breath. So getting nice and comfortable on that right foot. Reach up, lengthen up. Once you can't kick any more behind you, then you start to hinge at the hips. You're still reaching up through the right hand as you kick the left foot up and back, one day up and over your head. You're opening up through the left shoulder, grounding down through that right leg. Hold and breathe. Finding your depth right here and stay. Last round of breath. And then slow and controlled, making your way out. Now still grounding down through the right foot. Bring the left knee in towards your chest and give it a squeeze. Lengthening up through the spine. Roll out the ankle. And then left foot meets your right. Widen your stance, heel toe your feet in, or heel toe your feet out, heels in, toes out, and then sink into a malasana. We're gonna let that side go. Rock from side to side before we move over into the last side. Lift the hips, roll yourself on up. Okay, last side, shifting the weight into the left foot, bringing your right elbow out to the side, palm face up, you're holding that platter. Kick the right heel in towards the glute without switching the direction of your palm. Grab for the inner arch of your right foot and then bring your knees back to touch if you can. Start to lengthen up, staying right here, opening up through the right shoulder, curling that right heel in, finding this nice back bend here, or start to lift the left arm high, bicep by the ear. Again, great spot to stop right here if this is enough, or start to kick into your hand first, still reaching up through the left palm. Find a spot in front of you, not moving, and focus on your balance. We're focusing on our balance more here than we are the depth of the posture. Keep rotating the right hip down. Press through that left foot. If you want more, you're starting to hinge at the hips and send your right toes high, still reaching up through the left hand. Find that breath. Solid foundation. If you fall out, that's okay. Just get right back in. Long hold. You've got this. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath. Last one, inhale. And slow and controlled, making your way out. Bringing your feet out nice and wide, heels and toes out. Oh, just kidding, bringing your right knee in towards your chest. Almost forgot about this. Woo. Give that hip flexor a squeeze. It's okay, we're all human. We forget things. Hopefully you remembered. All right, right foot comes down. Now sinking into that malasana, letting that go. Ooh, nice job. Let's come to a quick tabletop. Just lifting up the feet, roll out the ankle. A lot of standing on our feet, lots of glute work. You can press your hips back to that child's pose again. You can stay here if this feels good. Take any other stretches that your body might be asking for. Thanks for joining in for this stability and balance sequence, and I'll see you all next time.